People keep asking me for an update on my musical rehearsal studio out here in the other building, so here it is. We're out here in my other little side building, little workshop, working on upgrading the electrical because this electric panel was put in like 1966, something like that. So we're gonna pull this out, this fuse panel, and put in a regular breaker panel, so we don't have to deal with fuses. And yeah, we're gonna do that. So the rehearsal space here, this is a little kitchen area. We got a little fridge and coffee maker, and got some pinball machines. So yeah, here it is. Rock and roll. Got me a little couch put in here. I bought this cool little red mini fridge. I know I got a mini fridge out there, but this, you don't want to have to put down your equipment and you just grab a drink, get your food in there, whatever. That way you don't have to stop what you're doing and go in there. Have this little red Marshall rig before anybody wants to use it. This little small Ampeg rig. Every time I show this thing to a bass player, they're like, oh, I gotta go get my big, 4x12 cabinet. Dude, this thing is loud as hell, right? It's loud as hell. It's always done fine for me. And then people play it and they go, okay, I guess it's all right. Here's the drum kit. The drummer that we have in our Judas Priest tribute band that we have going on, he decided he would rather have the one kick and double pedal, which is what my buddy Eric said I should do. I like the double kick thing, but he likes to have a double pedal rig. He rigged it up the way he likes it, and he's the one who's got to play it, so that's all that matters. So it's getting broke in. You can see we're getting some hits on this thing. So he had it set up the way he wants to play it. That's all that really matters. I'm really happy with how it's sounding. We may redesign it a bit and put the other kick back in there, just because the pedals that we have available. I have this dime head over here. People always comment about it because it's, it was put out by, I think it's really made by Randall, but it was sold through Dean Armadillo as a, endorsement of Dimebag. And this is actually a dime cabinet, but it's missing the little logo and it's dirty. But our other guitar player, he said, I have the cabinet to that head, but it's all filthy. But he sold it to me for really cheap. I mean, it still has the tag on it from when he bought it. And it was like $600. Wait, what is it? Dean dime, 4x12 slant. So, really, these are both slants. Regular Marshall. I gotta get it. So what I'll do is I'll clean this up, put that head on there, get a regular Marshall head for that. But you don't need that much sound in here. All right. Those pedals down there are prototypes from D-Drum. Those were Vinnie Paul's. He used those, which is funny because he put pearl beaters on there. I hope they don't notice that. But Vinnie used to give me all his prototype stuff. But these were prototypes that were made by D-Drum. He put that grip tape on there, and these are one of a kind. And he played these until he got the production models, and he gave them to me that I could use, and we used them for a long time. This is the rig I like to mix with. Let me turn my TV on up there. I thought I did already. Okay. So I use the Stagescape Line 6 stuff. I like Line 6 stuff because, the thing is, let's see. I'm going to load up my regular setup. Revert to save. This is what I like about it, right? There's a lot of controlled, like Behringer and all these different companies, Mackie, they all have iPad controlled digital mixers. But what I like about this, it has its own little iPad built in. And it literally gives you a picture of a guy, right? You plug in a microphone, it gives you a picture of a microphone, picture. So this is what I like about it, because it's so simple. I can go into setup and I can say, okay, monitor, right? And then there's my monitor, which is really my ear monitor. And then I could say, okay, well, I want wireless. And look, it draws a little, look, notice what it does there? It draws like a little line to let you know that that's what's happening. Isn't that cool? I mean, it's for idiots, and I'm an idiot. So this is what I like about using the Stagecape. And then all you got to do is like double down onto anything. Like I can just go into my wireless here, for instance, and hit it, and then it brings me into my mix, right? So I can go into my vocal effects, and I can go through here and change all my effects. I can, and then if I know what I'm doing, I can go in and adjust like this punch and this tone and all this other. But it knows how to mix itself, and you know, it's got quite a bit of input. So what I have is a snake plugged into that just runs over here, because I figure anything that I'm going to plug in will happen over here. So for instance, this additional vocal mic, we just plugged it into the snake, and then it went over here. I also keep this on a battery backup because this is a digital thing. So if for some reason it gets unplugged and plugged back in, it has to boot back up, and that takes time, and if there's an emergency. So I recommend always keeping anything like this on a battery backup. So I bought this rack-mounted trip light battery backup. And then of course, you know, I have my drawer full of, I have my gum and tape and batteries, things that are gonna be needed for emergencies. You know, somebody's gonna need some strings or this deoxit. You've always got like a scratchy valve. You know, like there's always a knob that's a little scratchy. You got some deoxit. Just things I've learned being around video and stuff. I got some microphones in here. All right, speaking of microphones, here's what I sing with. This is my wireless kit. Now this is a Shure KSM8. This is a real high-end mic. I mean, you've got a mic up top and one in there. And this is about a $2,000 microphone. But, you know, you got to have professional tools if you want to sound good. Have my in-ear monitors, industry standard Shure in-ears. I don't have custom fit in-ears, though, for my actual, so I can't do this with one hand, but these are just the standard out of the box Shures. I need to get fitted the what are they called? The whatever the magic ears are, you know, the whatever ultimate ears, whatever they're called, that go in the molded fittings. And of course, this case itself, you know, this little table here is actually the front of this. This little thing attaches. I have another top that mounts on there, and I can roll this thing out, but I never take it anywhere. But if I wanted to, I have it ready to rock. And when I do go and perform and sing, I take this module here. And it's just ready to rock. I mean, you know, got the little drawer in there, place for my batteries, antennas for this thing. And actually in the lid is a place where you can contain cables and things. So I carry with me my own cords, cables, extra microphone. I actually have a hardwire version of this. I don't have it with me, but I have the hardwired version of this that I keep in an emergency, so it has the same sound. And then I have, like, you know, just box of doodads. You need to have adapters. Those come in handy. There's one of my Judas Priest costumes for our Judas Priest tribute band. But this is the room. So, you know, we're rocking and rolling in here. I have this monitor set up on an Apple TV because sometimes, you know, like you need to be able to, I can pull up this is my YouTube channel, will pop up. And, you know, sometimes you need to reference a song or whatever. Here, I can go to my my library, shows my videos. Oh, look, there's my Rolls Royce video that just came out today. So, or, you know, doing karaoke, what have you. I need to fill in this window. It's got some foam in there. We're gonna add some more decorative soundproofing or sound absorption. Like this is a rug that I nailed to the wall, and so is that over there behind the drums. We need to add a little bit more, you know, some decorations. I'm gonna put some guitar hangers up on the wall so that rather than using floor space like this, you'll be able to just go bloop and hang your guitar on the wall. So I'm gonna put some guitar hangers up. I think those are handy. Making sure that all the power is done. Had my electrician come actually today, and we replaced every single electrical outlet in this room because this building was put together in like 1966. And a lot of these plugs, they were just old. So we had them put in 20 amp protected plugs so that they're nice and tight. Gotta have them nice and tight. But You know, I got some Christmas lights. You know, it's an evolving thing. We're gonna keep adding decorations and posters and all that kind of stuff. We'll probably do a little something with this ceiling. We have this panel light here, and I put it here strategically. Ooh, it's bright. Because right here is where my guitar players are gonna hook up their pedals. You know, you got this guy playing there, he's got a pedal board, this guy's got a pedal board, this guy's a pedal board, he's setting up his drums. So while your musicians are getting their stuff together, they need to be able to see so they can plug in, right? So I made sure that there's power here. We actually have another power, this little extension cord that comes out. You know, these things don't use a lot of power, but you need to be able to see so you can hook your stuff up, right? I always recommend as a musician, you want to have, you know, carry with you an emergency flashlight. You got to have flashlights, batteries. You know, me as a singer, you know, I carry like different things for my voice. When I'm going to perform, I keep with me, turn this light on. Like I'll be constantly sipping on this throat coat. It's called, you know, this organic tea. So I have this coffee maker here ready to make hot water for me. So I can sip on hot water, have nice clean water to drink. You know, so that you're not drinking soda, making you belch, you know, and get bloated. So these are just some of the things that I have that we use. And it's a growing thing. Like we've just now started using this. We've rehearsed a few times in here. And I'm really happy with how the room turned out. So there you have it, a little bit of a tour of my rehearsal space. I don't know if we've officially announced the name of, we're still working on it. I'm not gonna release the name of our Judas Priest band yet, but I think it's a cool name. And I wanna make sure that we have all of our things secure first, you know what I mean? Like, you know, our website and all that stuff, because if I announce it and then we don't have it put together yet, we tell that off. And then one of you boneheads runs out and buys the domain or something. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna put it up. But we have a Judas Priest tribute band that we're gonna do here in Las Vegas, and we'll probably perform maybe in surrounding areas. Who knows? But definitely here in Vegas. Maybe we'll do Reno or Utah or LA or whatever, or Phoenix. Who knows? Depends on how we grow. But I think we're really good. My players, my musicians are amazing. We have 2 guitar players, bass player, drummer, and they are freaking fantastic. Really impressed with them, 100%. Myself, I think I'm doing pretty good. I think I'm kicking ass, you know. They seem to be happy with it. There it is. Come on. YMCA. I know. Judas Priest, leather, all that fun stuff. Okay. Anyway, but I love Judas Priest. Great band. And we're talking about doing the 80s band again. You know, in Dallas, I had my Videobob and the Radio Stars 80s band. We were playing House of Blues and stuff like that. We're going to get that fired up here. And maybe, if things go well, this is my vision. My dream is I want to have my own Las Vegas strip show where you can come see Videobob and the Radio Stars, or whatever we call ourselves, whatever the name is, where you can come see us perform, you know, maybe every couple times a week, every weekend, whatever it is. And you could come out and meet me and see me sing. So I love doing the 80s stuff. I love doing the Judas Priest stuff too, don't get me wrong. I mean, there's nothing that thrills me more than belting out those high-pitched stuff. That's great. And I could do it, but it hurts. I gotta say, it's after about an hour and a half of that, I need a nap. Rob Halford is like 70 years old. The dude's still doing it. Anyway, it's just for fun, man. Listen, we're just goofing around. For these guys, it's more of a living. I told them, I said, look, you guys keep the money. I don't even want the money. I just want to perform. I just want to sing. It just makes me happy. So hopefully soon we'll be playing. So keep an eye on this channel. Keep an eye on, you know, if you don't already, follow me on Facebook. I have Videobob Moseley as my fan page on there. And I'll always post anything that's happening with me in my personal life, or in my public life, I should actually say. If I'm gonna make an appearance, if I'm gonna be doing anything, usually anything I do with the cards we have on our Bob's Prop Shop Facebook account. But anything that has to do with just me, like making an appearance somewhere or being on a TV show or whatever it is, something like that, I'll put it on my Videobob Moseley page. So make sure you go on to the Facebook. I am on Instagram and Twitter at Videobob Moseley and TikTok as well. But I got to be honest, I don't really use those that much. Maybe I'll start using Twitter more now that Twitter's like cool again, I guess. But I've never really been into Twitter. I've always been to Facebook. I'm still on MySpace. You can still go to myspace.com/Videobob. No, I haven't checked my MySpace in a long time. I'm just kidding. That's funny. Anyway, hey, while I'm in here, I'm going to belt out some songs and goof around on my Facebook. So if you want to tune in and watch, feel free. But I just thought I'd do an update because people kept posting in the comments for weeks now, is there an update on the rehearsal space? And here it is. Hope you're happy with it. It'll continue to evolve, and you'll see more of this room as we continue to have fun in here. So anyway, that's it. Thanks.
Subscribe to Videobob because I know where you live, bitch.